Hello.
Good evening. Oscar's startled. He's like, good evening? No.
Oski,
You're saying good evening to everyone else.
You're meant to be hosting this.
You're hosting. Oscar, come on.
Come on, mate.
Pull your weight around here.
Honestly,
what's wrong with you?
You get the free bed, but you have to host Motorsport Manager.
The star performer, he's on strike. He is on strike. Oscar is putting his paw down.
The ball has been put down.
The ball is placed.
He's not. Oh no!
Steve just whacked him in the head.
I did not. Welcome, anyway, everyone. David, hello. I saw David was in chat. David is the only one here at the moment. If you are in chat, you feel free to say hello.
Feel free.
And we will say hello to
because
you.
it is free.
Yes, it is. It is indeed free to say hello.
It's another stream.
It is also free to hit that like button. Nice.
I meet him again.
He's just come from work, so he's had quick pack of crisps.
Oh, well.
On with the job.
Technically, if you're an American, they are chips, but they're crisps.
They are crisps. Oscar's gone.
He's out.
He's hosted the introduction.
He couldn't hack it. He's gone.
That
He
was
put his
all-
paw down.
Yeah.
We said he's going on strike, and he's true
He's
to
done
his.
a walkout.
He's
yeah.
true to his paw.
But yeah, we're here live the second time today. And if you saw F1 Fantasy, this will be the third time you see us today. All in my Ferrari top. Although Michael has changed in each video.
No.
Were you in the Mercedes for F1 Fantasy?
Yeah, I was double Mercedes.
But now sporting the Renault colours. Have you got double hoodie?
No, well, yeah, I put this over my hoodie because I was like, oh,
You
best
wear
in F1.
3 layers right now.
Yes.
Jeez. Okay. But yes, we're back in Motorsport Manager. There, we're back in the corner. Are you Bob?
Steven
Bob?
stuffed it.
Back in Indy Lights. We designed the car last time. We got our drivers.
We raced the car.
Oliver Askew has joined the team. So we're all American. We're basically owned by Ford.
We are the All-American Racers, and we got the Indy 500 next up.
Rich Energy is like our title sponsor. And there's the Indy GP, I believe.
No.
What was I looking for? I was going to show... Yeah, we got the Ford guy.
Jim Vardy.
He's pretty happy with us. Oliver's coming in.
Happiness has been stated about our performance.
This is all good. We gave Paddy a second chance after his tenure at Williams.
As manager, we are only 2 years older than our driver.
Josh. Hello, Josh. We are sponsored by Rich Energy, yes. To be fair, we could have chosen for Williams Story to own our team. We chose against that, but they are our title sponsor.
What could possibly go wrong?
Could be worse. You could have Bottas as your driver.
Yeah, Josh is on a lot of Bottas loving at the moment. I've actually heard Josh say that Bottas is his favourite driver, actually, of all time. He actually feels that he's the most underrated, and actually, when people turn around and say that Lewis Hamilton is the GOAT, Josh's like, hang on a minute, Valtteri Bottas, he's far more of a candidate for the GOAT.
Well, I completely agree. I've said it many times.
Because
Bottas is the GOAT.
It takes skill not to win championships in a Mercedes.
Exactly. People just tunnel vision on the fact that Valtteri hasn't got any championships to his name.
What
But
you're
just
really
think,
missing
yeah.
out on the aspect here, because how many years have Mercedes won the championship? It's 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many titles have they won in that year? 7. Valtteri
Yeah.
Bottas, he's taken it solely upon himself to bring Mercedes closer to the pack. He even went to the lengths of racing a Williams. If that doesn't scream to you, right? If that doesn't scream to you dedication to the growth of F1 as a sport and the competitiveness of the series, I don't know what is. So Valtteri Bottas, completely unfair.
Go.
Completely.
Or how you would describe him as the Tiger.
Exactly. The immortalised greatest ever racer.
Greatest ever racer.
Ah.
I've now got the greatest dancer in my head.
What about Bottas? Hello, Infinite. No, don't dwell on the things. Don't dwell on the details. So I know you have a little bit of your like, because he's your team, he's your guy. You're like, we're Team Mercedes. It's the whole thing that works it together. Lewis is the top, and so's Toto. But you also,
Valtteri's at the bottom.
but you also have Valtteri. Look, Valtteri is a very talented driver.
You have your big clogs and you have your small clogs.
Yeah.
Valtteri is a small clog that helps the big clogs turn.
And sometimes you can't even see that clock.
Exactly.
That clock.
Sometimes
No,
that clog
no.
can be replaced because it's so insignificant, but
I
it
feel
still
bad.
does the job.
I feel bad. This might be put in front of Valtteri Bottas, and he might.
And he'd be happy because he's like, oh, these guys get me. These guys get the small clog persona I take on.
No, I think we would be in some. I think we would be in some categories, as in, you know, there's the following. I think we would be probably in the blocked category. out of the two, just a gut instinct. That's what I'm feeling in this situation. Abe, I think VB is a quality driver on his day. He can beat anyone, but he's not consistent. I think that's probably a very fair assessment of Valtteri Bottas. There's no taking away from him. The guy is quick. But that's what makes Valtteri Bottas, like, all jokes aside, that's what makes Valtteri Bottas so infuriating. Because he's talented. And he should be challenging Lewis Hamilton for titles. But he's not. And it's so frustrating that he hasn't even got close, you know? Rosberg took it
He
to
needs
the last day
a
of the
good
season
mentor.
all 3 years.
He needs a good mentor to get his head in a World Championship mindset. Lewis had Lauda. VB's had no one.
So you see him as monetised this stream. Shouldn't be
Yeah.
necessary after the
Yeah.
Williams back in.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you know, we're a bit greedy. Even when we get big title sponsors like Rich Energy, we want more because, you know, there's no guarantees that check will go through. Josh, with Bottas, I haven't seen a worse defence in anything since 1940. Yeah. There we go. World War II joke. That's in for you boys.
Oh.
Hope that one kind of sits easy on the stomach, on the palate. Hope that one's easy to stomach. 420 subs, boys. Who trying to lit it up? Congratulations,
Nice.
Zach.
Nice,
Great
Zach.
stuff. If you haven't already, please go and subscribe to Upshift 1. Great channel and certainly deserves more going for now. Relax, no Frenchists watch this stream, do they? No. But we do have a guy who supports us on Indy Fanatics, and we support him. Passion IndyCar. So he's not here, but I think we're good. If Josh has offended any of the French,
We take no responsibility.
we blame Josh entirely. And that's what friends do. When, you know, you go in together and you read out your friend's controversial joke, you pass all the blame onto him, and you make sure that he goes down for it. Is that how I was meant to say that?
I think so. I think you worded that perfectly.
Okay, so that's how I was meant to word it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Glad I got that one right. We are from the UK! Eurovision! No, we're from near London.
Near London, mate.
We're Surrey. Yes? Well-to-do area. Yeah, right. Ibo Cam! Yo!
Yo.
Yo, Abo. Well, I would argue Maguire and Lindelof is in a similar vein. Oh, dear. Kirkwood is way too low on that leaderboard. I know, because Carl Kirkwood is actually very good. We'll certainly expect to see him in for now. That was offensive. You will all be hearing from my lawyers. Well, we look forward to hearing from it, Zach. We shall send them to Josh. What?
Sorry?
He should be Supermaning the field at the moment. He should. Should absolutely. Just went on a 15k bike ride. Most exercise I've done in over a year. Awesome. Well done. Congratulations to you. Nice stuff. It's good to get back up and out and active, and you know, the COVID days, hopefully. I know, obviously, we can't really say that with how India is currently in this situation. Obviously, hope that situation gets better a lot sooner. But yeah, hopefully over here, the COVID days will be behind us fairly soon-ish. June. Fingers crossed.
June!
Premier League Hall of Famer. Where's William? William or William? Or are you trying to put William in the Hall of Fame just to irritate me, because it's worked. Oh, Linus Lundqvist leads. Linus Lundqvist.
We weren't going for quick times.
I tell you, it was 3 though. Stingray Bob. What a name. What a name.
Actually,
Giorgio Messiti. Hello. Hello back at you. I recount hopeful of COVID times being behind us, so good stuff.
Good stuff.
All we ever had was hope. Alright, Jane, so. As it was Star Wars Day yesterday, I thought it was relevant to make a Rogue One joke.
I found it hilarious and enlightening at the same time.
Absolutely. Giorgio is from Italy. Well, buongiorno. Italiano. That's probably about the expensive.
We're going
though.
quali.
Grazie.
We're going quali
For
at the
watching the
IndyGP.
stream. Sorry, are you doing things? I'm just here.
Yeah,
chatting
well, I'm
to
just
people.
going to do a little test lap. We're not doing our quali lap yet.
Oh, we're even getting to the extent we've got a test lap.
Yeah.
Williams should be in the Hall of Fame. Right, brilliant. Did you see Ceballos wants to leave Arsenal, not Arsenal wants to let him go?
Thank God. Get him out of here.
I mean, that is the best news we could ever hear. That's almost like a new signing. Absolutely.
Give me some fresh.
Grazie ragazzi for watching, absolutely. I really need to drop Russell for my fancy. As you can see from today's fancy, it's now been live, and if you haven't watched it in the 2 hours and 20 minutes that it's been live, are you really F1 Fanatics fans?
Wow, yeah.
And if you're not, what are you doing with your lives? Because there may be some other YouTubers in this thing, but we're better.
Hey, it's Oliver Owski's flying lap at the IndyGP.
We ride on boards with Oliver. It's a great visor cam. You've got great driver eye here. So you go through the banking, into the chicane, sliding round into the left-hander, then it's a sharp left-hander. It's a great call through there, left into another, sweeping right-hander now, with a little bit of a kink on the apex.
Ooh.
We go left and then we go right. Straight ahead for a bit. Then it's a big left-right chicane, left again, and then you've completed the lap.
And across the line.
What an on-board lap. What a go from there. Go ahead.
Oh my God. We were 1-2.
Were we? How much time's left?
4 minutes, so everyone's going to go out again.
Oh, no, we're going to lose this. Right?
To be fair, this happened in the last time, didn't it?
You don't have to go and watch it now. You don't have to. But, yeah, I got Mick Schumacher in from there. Awesome lap! Giorgio, thank you. It was an incredible lap. The commentary, in fairness, it's probably about as good as David Croft. So, I've already made it to Sky Sports, probably on that basis. All I have to do is call ourselves Fantastic Racing Team, and that would work. Who said we were fans in the first place? Brutal folk.
Oh!
I remember when you were in the early days. I really appreciate you guys' content every day. How times have changed. Lucky if you get one video a week out of us. It's a stream from there. Russell was doing fine. It's just that King Latifi is also improving. Future World Driver Championship champion.
Here we go for the final flying laps.
Can't argue with this.
At the Indy GP.
See, Abe says that I should be hired by Sport.
Enzo Fittipaldi currently takes pole, provisional pole. He's done his quickest lap though. Oliver Askew's on a PB, 700ths of second off. Fittipaldi beat Logan Sargent by 6 thousandths.
It's going to be tight, but Logan Sargent hasn't gone quicker. It looks like he is going to maintain in the P2 position. Oliver Askew, Sector 2. It's a poor Sector 2. It actually leads him further off than where he originally was. Oh, shocker. Didn't improve.
I realise I sent Logan out on used tyres.
Well, he did bloody well then.
Look at that 6,000th of a second off pole.
Nikita Latifi.
I'm gutted.
Money could only get us this far. Latifi equals go. It's fair. It's fair. Well, guys, we start 2-4 for the race, which is significantly better than where we qualified last time. With our first time, we get to go out with Logan Sargent and Oliver Askew returning Indy Lights champion because he just didn't have the funding to go further. But he's riding in IMSA this year in the LMP3 for Andretti Autosport, I believe, in the WeatherTech Sports Championship.
I kind of want to go alternative and go straight on the harder compound.
Well, you can do what you want, mate, but we've got to do a grid run through.
So you're giving me free strategy choice?
David, you are damn correct, sir. Latifi equals Tiger. Only joking, Mike. Qualls have no space after all those F1 Fanatics posters.
We're going to launch.
And Fergus, that is the least I expect from you.
You ready for your grand rundown?
I am. Enzo Fittipaldi takes pole position, and joining him on the front row is Logan Sargent, Benjamin Pedersen in starting P3, and Oliver Askew P4. Victor Franzoni, the second Brazilian and second highest placed Brazilian in the grid so far, starts P5, and Christian Bogle is P6. David Malakas starts in P7, and Linus Lundqvist, the most recent Swede to switch stateside, is currently in P8. Stingray Bob in P9, and Hunter Yini in P10, rounding off the top 10. Outside is Joshua Carr, Australian, 11 I believe. Alex Peroni, another Australian, making an Australian 6 road. Braden Eves, P13, and Carl Kirkwood. Disappointing for those two top American talents in the 7th row lockout there for Andretti and Exclusive Motorsports. And then Antonio Saraval, who, if you remember from last stream, he had a brake failure and went straight into a wall. And then Robert McGuinness, I don't know how to say
you're
that.
really stretching this one now.
Robert McGuinness from the United States is 16th.
Can I go?
For Stephen
I'm going to go.
My Ferrari one, but I still have yours.
I'm going to go.
Fergus is still upset you burnt his picture.
I've still got it.
Just hides it.
I've still got it.
We start off and Logan Sargent already immediately loses spaces. 75 laps remaining at the Indianapolis GP. Oliver Askew maintains his position at P4 though, but both drivers were starting on the harder compound. Oliver Askew now loses out onto P5. No, he's maintained up to P4. The leaders push out and it's a fight between the leaders. Pedersen and Fittipaldi up front, and Pedersen takes the lead. Fittipaldi loses it after the first lap.
Oh my god.
We have had all change. Askew is interchanging with Malakas in the positions there, but got to remember that Malakas is on the softer compound, although Sargent seems to be making this harder compound work, and he's all over the gearbox of Enzo Fittipaldi. He's going to go around the outside. No! Malakas takes an inside, but Sargent with the old switcheroo. 1-2. That's not one position overtaken, it's 2 positions overtaken as he takes second position. Oliver Askew, obviously it's his first race for the team, getting accustomed to the car, but doing a solid position, only in P5 as it currently stands, but 1.8 seconds off the lead as Pedersen has shot off into the distance. 72 laps remaining in the Indianapolis GP. We now head to an ad break. We'll be quiet.
We'll be quiet. If you've got no ads to fill the space. Oh, wouldn't it be great?
We ride on board with the Auto Nation.
It's a rich energy.
Rich Energy tail cam. On board with Logan Sargent. The only guy starting in the top 10 on the hardest compound other than his teammate Oliver Askew. But he's certainly making the compound work. And the former Indy Lights driver, well, he's dropping back like a lead balloon. 8.3 seconds off the lead now. Logan Sargent is 3.5 seconds, but has maintained a 0.5 second advantage. Askew back up to P6. It is really a competitive fight within the top 10 here. Fast forwarding because, you know, we have a lot of laps to get through, and we're hoping to get a second race in as well. But Logan Sargent looking a lot better on the tyres as well. Oliver Askew having to push a lot harder on those tyres just to remain competitive. Although it looks like he is dropping off harder than the soft compound, so we may want to ease those a little bit further, just so you lose the positions on track, but you are going to be able to go longer into a stint. Maybe. Logan Sargent is now 2.2 seconds off the leader, although he seems to be closing by 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Oh, Pedersen's tyres, they must be dropping off a cliff. Sargent, look at this tyre management. Askew, he's really struggling out there. Get back onto neutral. Unfortunately, Askew is really struggling. Yini on the medium compound out there. He's doing a decent job on those medium yellows. Managed to get a 2 second gap between himself and Oliver Askew in P6. Malakas moved his way up to 3. Enzo Fittipaldi, probably the biggest loser out of there. Started on pole position and now running 8th. And Lundqvist, who rounded off the top 10, is now moved up to P9.
Oh, look at this. It's nearly down to half a second between the pair.
Logan Sargent is all over the gearbox. He really has found his groove here at the Indy GP. This harder compound is flying at the moment, and he takes him on the inside. And he leads after lap 20. Logan Sargent, for the first time, takes the lap. That means he gets the bonus point for leading 1 lap. Now can he get 2 extra ones for leading the most laps? Obviously, Enzo Fittipaldi already awarded a bonus point for securing that pole position. Oliver Askew again, harder on those tyres. What?
That is actually a thing in this game.
What, the pole position?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Nikita here, he just mugged children. Nikita, haha, I took their money. Okay, Zach.
Okay.
Good to hear from you. 53 laps remaining. And Logan Sargent is flying. A 3.7, 3.84 second lead so far. He is just extending it lap by lap. Oliver Askew, his teammate in comparison, really is struggling. But Malakas has dropped off, was running in P3 for long stages, but now the tyre wear seems to be getting to him. Yini now proving to be the big winner as he progresses up. He has now moved into the podium positions there and potentially starting to eat into the deficit. We go from there. And we've got our first guys jumping into the pit. Malakas has jumped into the pit, and also it looked like it was Pedersen.
Yep, Pedersen has pitted.
He's gone on to the harder compound. Malakas has chosen to go on to a lighter one. Enzo Fittipaldi has pitted for the softer compound again. 45 laps remaining. Kind of.
Husky's up to P3 as the other soft tyre.
Zach says, I feel like
stoppers.
Indy Lights is America version of Super Formula and IMSA is Super GT.
IMSA isn't Super GT.
No. IMSA is closer to World Endurance Championship, and Indy Lights is closer to Formula 2, although the level is not as high.
Oh, those poor Americans.
No, it's just how it is at the moment. But if Indy Lights continues to grow, there's no reason why.
Yeah.
If it was on the same level, I'd be worried about the quality of F2, to be fair, being the premium feeder series to
F1.
Formula 1. And it looks like Logan Sargent might also be getting on the back of some drivers up ahead. Falling laps, you can certainly see them further up.
It's getting close to Stingray Rock. You've got to be careful passing Stingray Rock.
Now, obviously, with the points going in there, 22 seconds off the lead, Oliver Askew, but is currently running in the podium position. But he's done well to start extending this stint out a little bit further. Both drivers on conserve. I think we probably need to not take Askew on conserve, just for the pure fact that he's losing out too much time. Why are you trying to get like a one stint, just double hards?
Oh, that could work, couldn't it? That could work. Right?
I think so.
So can
neutral.
I conserve?
Yeah, no, just go neutral.
Well, because neutral
overheats
your tyres, so you have to keep cooling them.
Okay.
That's what I keep doing. I keep managing it.
I meant IMSA Sprint Cup. Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. 34 laps remaining here. Logan Sargent still remains, and he's got the blue flags out. He is starting to lap Stingray. Well, it's now Carl.
Whoa!
Oh, he overtakes both, and they're now a lap down as it currently stands. More blue flags up. Peroni up in front, the Australian driver. Logan Sargent, just for whatever reason, has really made this hard compound work. And this week we have to be grateful because the tyres are actually spinning rather than standing still.
Yes.
Askew has been overtaken by Lundqvist as well, although no, he's just taken the position. It might be time to pit Askew.
You may be on a two-stopper.
Rubber.
You may be doing a two-stop.
No, he should be fine.
He could do a full send it two-stop. Logan's completely fine one stop.
Well, let's see where he is. Let's see where he is.
Okay. So we'll ride on board with Oliver going into pits. He's getting used to the new team.
It's going to be a big pit stop. Oh no, there's a mistake on the rear left, and that really could cost Askew the positions. That may be the one that kind of determines whether, he's got to go on to a full push two-stop.
Full push two-stop.
Logan Sargent, on the other hand, absolutely flying. The guy, Kirkwood P5, unrealism. What do you mean, Logan Sargent come over from FIA Formula 3 and is bossing it because he's backed by Fanatics Racing Team, Josh. That's what's realism here.
And rich energy.
But Kirkwood's P2 now. So
tell you what, we're definitely faster than Red Bull.
Yes, we are.
Red Bull aren't even on the timing sheets. That's how fast we are. Oh, Enzo Fittipaldi, the pole sitter, has binned it.
Fittipaldi, a famous name in America, with his grandfather being a two-time Indy 500 champion and a one-time kart champion as well, national champion as well. Famous for, on his second victory at Indianapolis, drinking orange juice instead of the famed milk after winning it, and was heavily fined for it because he was promoting his orange juice. Naughty.
Naughty,
Emerson.
naughty.
Naughty, Emo. Naughty. But, as we ride through this historic track at Indianapolis, with lots of cranes.
Lots of cranes. That's what I remember. When
And
I
loads
watched
of
on
fans.
TV, there were lots of cranes there.
It's renowned for its cranes, the Indianapolis. 22 laps remaining. Let's get him on that fresh set of hards now. Let's pit him.
He can go a couple more laps.
No, it doesn't matter. Look, we're
No, because
comfortably
then he
making
can
it.
push. He can push. We're still extending our lead. So, no worry. I'll pit this one.
Great episode. Thank you, Ibo. Glad you enjoyed it.
There we go. Oliver's not making any progress.
It's a real worry for Oliver Askey.
Oh, there's a mistake on the road, Jack. I need to have words of this pit crew. Big
Cost him
miles ahead.
1.2
Look at
seconds.
that. Oh, did Thingy pit with us? Someone pitted with... Oh, lots of people pitted with us. Kirkwood. Who was on the back of us? Who was second? They're gone.
Kirkwood.
Oh, was it?
Hmm.
He's gone. He's gone.
Oliver Askey really just struggled with the balance and the setup of the car today compared to his teammate. But he's making positions now, needs to get some fast laps
Oh,
in.
Bogle!
Bogle crashes out. That's at least one position that Askew has gained.
Wow.
It's not my fault. It's just the truth.
It's just the truth.
Okay, let's pit Askew for some fresh rubber.
No, full send it and then we can still full send another...
Well, we can still full send it now.
No, because I want to go on to...
The soft
Yeah.
feeding compound.
Yeah. Well, technically the soft compound. The sticker yellows doesn't quite good.
Askew's on. It was a clean pit stop.
10th.
And he's
got his
into
work.
10th. And he's
got
into
work out.
11. Malika's just passed. But he's got fresh rubber. Stingray Rob
Could
is going to
get
pit.
lapped.
Braden Eves is going to
Could
pit
get
as well.
lapped by Logan.
It certainly feels like he's going to get lapped at the moment.
Maybe he could get helped out by these blue flags coming in. Will he pick up any late pit
I
stoppers?
mean, Logan Sargent is absolutely flying.
yeah.
I mean, Oliver is on full send mode and Sargent is flying just on neutral.
Yeah.
Just keeps hitting. He keeps hitting the fuel target and he keeps hitting his segments, his sectors.
Look at this. Oliver's making progress now, though. Up to P7. We're trying to slow down so we don't have to blue flag Askew. I think that's the best. But it looks like only P6 is going to be available for Oliver. Which, you know, it's okay. It's an okay return. We go up to P3 in the standings. Whoa! Oliver's gone! Oliver's gone! Whoa! Whoa!
It's a ball of fame. Do you guys like
Whoa!
NASCAR? We don't really watch much NASCAR just because availability to
Whoa.
watch it over here is pretty difficult. Go from there. Craig Taggart is here. I like trains.
I was going to watch the
Good for you, Craig.
I was
Good
going to
for
watch
you.
Daytona, but then they ran it at stupid o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, they always do over here.
Well, no, because it was delayed.
I
by
feel
the-
like...
It was
I feel
delayed
like-
by the rain, and they didn't delay it by a day.
I feel
So-
I feel like if we lived in America, we would probably watch all of IndyCar, NASCAR, Superbikes, I think it is, indoors, the arena kind of racing. I think we would watch all of that. So it's just availability of watching it out here.
Turn the engine down. See you at home, Oliver. See you at home. 21 seconds. He's just dominated. As soon as he made that move on Pedersen in the first stint, hasn't looked back. Final lap. Right on board.
What a great drive from Logan Sargent! He gets his first win in the Indy Lights Championship. And will he go all the way to the top? Well, we'll have to see how this season develops for him and new team, Fanatics Racing Team. But what a drive! What a dominant drive it's been for Logan Sargent. He's going to cross the line, and it's been absolutely superb. He goes through the last corners, through the last sectors. You can see he just nails every apex. Here he is, Logan Sargent, Indy Lights race winner at Indianapolis. He'll be hoping when he progresses to the Indy 500 next year in IndyCar. Oh, God, preemptive. That he would see the same success. The Fanatics Racing Team get their first win. Incredible.
Bam.
Incredible.
I didn't think. Well, it's a stock series.
Oh.
So if you get it right on the day, I guess anyone's got a chance.
How exciting. Ibo. I've got a dodgy link if you need.
For Daytona. Oh.
Josh, make it
Spooky.
interesting for yourselves. Hire Albon and Bottas.
Oh, jeez. They apparently
They
we are
won't
below
join
our
Formula E.
standards.
Apparently they won't join
Oh yeah,
Formula E.
they could say that. Yeah.
Anyone know what's going on with NASCAR with this next gen stuff? It's happening. Oh yeah, Zach is an Al Bono fan. Hurting.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're losing money. Got quite a lot of money though. Staff Centre, Test Track, Liberty Factory, Brakes, Telemetry Centre, Driver Braking Improvement. These seem all okay.
I just thought the mumbling was a better kind of thing here.
So,
for people.
oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Epic! Epic! Epic!
Simulators are always good, aren't they? Yeah.
I don't know. I like Valtteri, but that never leads to a good thing. That second work seat is being wasted at the moment. I want to see Sir Lewis challenged for the title. Know what I mean?
Askew
Absolutely,
accepts
Josh.
blame for crash. Well, he seemed like he just lost it on the
Lost it all up in the marbles.
loop-de-loop.
Loopy loop. Is it like F1 where they are going with flashy new cars for the new era? I believe so. They are.
Holy crap! This pit crew.
There were images leaked. If I'm being honest with you, I would be talking out of my arse if I was to comprehensively tell you anything about the NASCAR new generation. I've not a clue. I do know that in 2023, IndyCar will be switching to hybrid engines with Honda and Chevy locked in on a long-term contract as engine supplier, with the hope of also attracting a third engine supplier to
Do
the
you think
series.
Porsche will go to Indy? Because Team Penske working with Porsche in the hypercars.
Potentially. There's certainly someone who's shown strong interest before. But I don't know whether they're going to get a new chassis soon. Because, the Dallara chassis has been in some form or other, although it's developed over the years, pretty much the same since 2012. Obviously, you had the horrendous aero kits between 2015 and 17. But yes, I believe the aero go for now.
I'm not interested in driving your series. Thank you, Albon.
5-speed sequential gearbox,
Thank
going to
you.
make the road racing a tad better. Nice. Thank you, Josh, for clearing that one up.
Wait, in the mod, he's actually a reserve. Oh, yeah, there he is. There he is. Checo, apparently this mod has said Checo's got more potential than Albon. You've heard it here first.
Wow. Also, how much does it hurt, seeing Max Verstappen, you go, he's younger than me. That hurts, doesn't it?
Oh.
Matthew Moisteen! Hello.
Hello.
Hello, geezer. How you doing, fella? Hope you're doing alright today. Thanks for coming in and joining our stream, mate.
The current race in IndyCar Track C will be replaced by Track A, impacting some of the track characteristics. This rule will
Whoa.
benefit teams likely to perform well on Track A. Everyone. Screw it, I don't want to fit on this. Against fourth. Oh, Jean Tot! He's done it! He's approved something! Go on, John.
Jean Todt.
He's taken
Jean
over
Todt.
IndyCar.
Jean Todt is approved something. Jean Todt. Jean Todt. He's taken another bribe. What?
Sorry?
Don't know.
Whew. Go on. I'm spending a lot of money.
It's time to cut. Yeah, you are. Why are you spending all our money?
Shall I cancel something?
Nah, don't cancel it. We've already
Simulate.
started now.
Oh yeah, I can't actually cancel it.
Oh, right.
They've bought all the cement, all the like cranes from Indy.
They've got it all. They've got it all.
Wait, it may actually be Indy. No, it's Detroit.
We're round the streets of Detroit, and then that's Canada. Why is the picture always Canada?
Well, no, it's not the. It's actually the.
You know why F1 is going to Miami? If F1 really wants a street race, host one in Venice. I mean, yeah, it might as well before it sinks.
I mean, that's going to be a challenge. Holy crap! Willpower. Oh.
Isn't it amazing how
Something
Indy
like-
Lights attracts all these people? They could do it on the canal. Wait, Indy Lights as in the stream or as in rich energy people? In-game or out-of-game people? And they could do it on the canals. Absolutely. It's F1 time now. Don't go in the water. In-game. Nice. Yeah, I know, it is amazing how they attract all these people.
What's that turkey?
F1 now has no coverage. I know, there's so many people covering Indy Lights, it's incredible. Something incredible. I do something incredible.
Oh, I didn't save. Oh well.
Mike sings, mute volume. Absolutely.
Let's whack that
Happens on a
there.
regular occurrence, so it's then a fun game of when's Mike singing and when's Mike not singing.
I'm going for the same strategy. I'm going to prioritise the hard compound. It worked last time, so work again, right?
I don't know, geezer. You'll have to find out, won't you,
Going to get
geezer,
the
eh?
knowledge. The knowledge.
The knowledge. It's all about the knowledge.
Get some knowledge.
We've got 7 people watching and 7 thumbs up.
Oh,
Incredible,
So
Steve.
well done, everyone.
Incredible.
Everyone, give yourselves a round of applause. You've done it. You've earned that. Really proud of you. Really proud of all of you. It always brings... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Unsafe pit release.
Woo.
Penalty. Penalty. He's got to go.
He's gone. He has gone.
Can I have some advice, Coach Mike? Always focus. Comes at a cost. No,
Standard rate.
standard rate.
200 quid an hour.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
And obviously the opening race was on a very similar track at St. Pete's. So hopefully, and that didn't go very well, but hopefully here in the streets of Detroit, the race will go better for us.
Fergus. I got run out because I felt bad sending someone back when they went for a run that wasn't there. Should I send them back next time? Who was batting better? Like, who felt more in form on the day? What were your respective scores at the time? Tell me the scenario. I need some more details before Coach Mike goes from there. You were on 87, they were on 12.
They were on 12, Fergus, and you let them stay.
Right, you send them back. Was it a league game or a friendly still?
Cricket's a team game,
Don't feel bad.
but sometimes you got to be selfish.
Don't feel bad. They've run out the person who was on 87. They should feel bad. Those guys, not you. Your team would go, oh, fair enough. You could have got a ton, mate. You could have got. It was a league game. Oh, Fergus. Oh, I can't believe this was a question. Always send the person back in that scenario, right? For the team situation, who would the team rather? Numbnuts, who's on 12, he might go on and get some runs. Did he go on and get any runs, or did he get out shortly after? Or the batter, who is set on 87 and clearly batting well on the day? Unbelievable.
Spin some.
They got out 3 balls at 8.
Oh
exactly.
my god!
Absolutely unbelievable. Don't feel bad in this situation. If you are the set batsman, okay, always send them back. The only time I would say is if it was reversed. Say you were on 12 and you had a batter who was set, he was on 87, 90, whatever, and he wanted to call the run. I would go, oh, well, it's important not to get him run out. Always send the other guy back. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh, nice.
Having said that, I can't mock. Our country sent a guy with 3 toes out to bat in the Super Over. Chin up for the World Cup, Joshy boy. I mean, I'll be honest with you, as an England cricket fan, that Super Over, or, you know, how it got to the Super Over, could not have gone more unlucky for New Zealand. You probably deserved to win that final outright. It was the runs where it got thrown in, Ben Stokes dived, it hit his bat, and then went for 4 runs. That was like, that you kind of went, you know what, lads? This ain't going to be our
I think
day.
it's our day.
By the way, I might be doing some county training if I continue on good form. Well, check you out, Fergus. Great stuff, buddy.
Nice.
Hopefully. In my book, winning's winning, lucky or not. Oh, absolutely. I mean, England was still a fantastic side. Look, I'm not trying to say England didn't deserve the World Cup. Damn right, dying out on it. But I would say there was certainly, if New Zealand were to feel hard done by, fair enough, I think, in that situation. I used to enjoy playing cricket, but currently my confidence is absolutely nowhere. I still enjoy watching it, but not playing it currently. Oh, Matt, unlucky. Cricket is a massive confidence game, and it's a game that you have to work hard at and keep making sure if you're a bowler, obviously grooving your skills, batting as well, to groove your skills as well. And Fergus, definitely then, if you are wanting to get that county training, if your good form continues, tell, numbnuts to do one and go back and get himself run out, eh? Unbelievable.
You tell him right now, Fergus.
The only thing I'll say is that we're 2 sides of the same coin, in that South Africans make up half our national squads. Yeah, fair shout. Although we are less Safa based now, I believe.
And Logan Sargent, Oliver Askew. Oliver goes 4th.
P4, Logan
Sargent's
Sargent's on the top. He's on the front row again.
But everyone else is coming across the line. No, they're not. They're all starting their laps. We went out early. We got track position. Lundqvist is flying.
Can we not do 2 laps?
Franzoni is... That was our second lap. Sorry, I should have built up more. You were in full mode. Oh, Lundqvist and Ceravela. Ceraveli. They went quicker. With P5 and P11, another disappointing qualifying session for Oliver Askew. Hopefully he can make it up in the race.
No, it can be really tough, Fergus, but go. I'm a bowler. I'm fine with bowling, but whenever I bat, I just instinctively move as far to the leg side as possible. Just, in fairness, I'll give you that. Like, I always tell people when I'm coaching them, like, you have to get out of backing away from the ball because you're never going to be able to play good shots because you've got to establish a strong base to kind of hit from that basis. But, you know, if I was walking down the street and I saw Fergus and I suddenly threw a rock at him, your natural instinct is to get out the way, isn't it? Well, what I'm saying is...
Don't throw a rock at Fergus, please.
Well, I'm not going to, but I'm just saying your natural instinct would be, oi, get out the way. So when people are lobbing a cricket ball down at you between 60, 80 mile an hour, your natural instinct is to get out the way.
You need to put that rock down right now.
Right, okay, I've put the rock down.
Sorry, Fergus.
I don't know what worse idea, putting Bottas in a Merc or Kane Williamson starting the T20. Kane Williamson, you know why they've done it? It's because Kane Williamson is your best batter.
You ready?
And so they've decided, I've got to do a run through. Antonio Serval, he's on the front row this time. Linus Lundqvist, P2. Victor Franzoni, P3. Stingray Bob, P4. Logan Sargent, after his front row start last time and dominating performance at the Indianapolis GP, starts P5. Cole Kirkwood, P6. Braden Eves, P7. Robert McGuinness, 8. Alex Peroni, P9. And Christian Bogle, retirement from last race, rounding off the top 10. Oliver Askew, also retirement from last race and struggling. A former Indy Lights champion, of course, in P11. Enzo Fittipaldi, P12. David Malakas, P13. And Benjamin Pedersen started on the front in starting P3 last time. Starts this race in P14. Joshua Carr starts 15. And Hunter Yeaney, with the shadiest look, starts P16.
You always get slower the further down we go.
Absolutely, that's how it goes.
Oh, it's
You
a
may
slow
be,
start
but
from
his T20 innings
Logan.
has more dots than well, it's a bit like
Into
when
the first corner.
it's a bit like when England used
No,
to
it's racing. It's the first lap.
Sorry, right. Logan Sargent, he's dropped down to P6. Oliver Askew falls out or moves into the top 10. Obviously, because he started P11. Fittipaldi moves up, Pedersen moves up, Malakas goes down, and Bogle is the big loser. Dropped down to P16 at the start. Sargent just trying to hang on, fight in there. He knows that later on in the stint, the hard compound tyre is going to fall into him, and he's going to be able to eat through these drivers further up the field. But at the moment, the drivers on the softer compound, he's just got to hang in with them. 61 laps remaining round the streets of Detroit. Lundqvist moves up onto pole. Serval, who was the pole position, has dropped back, and Lundqvist, Linus has led a 1.8 second lead so far. Franzoni maintains third position, and Stingray Bob maintains fourth. McGuinness, P5, Braden Eves and Pedersen making great start. Pedersen, the real great starter of it, and on that medium compound seems to have worked. Askew now seems to be moving up the field. Logan Sargent is flying as well. It is all out action as it currently stands. And when's the time to kind of bring it back onto normal and hope the tyres come into the window later on in the race? We'll have to see and wait for the race engineer to come in. You're doing a great job, Oliver. Great job. Outside. Not clear. Going on the inside. You're clear. Great move, Askew. We just jumped in with the team radio there on that aspect. Askew has now moved up to where Sargent finished. Oh no, he just lost that. Sargent is sitting comfortably in P8. Both Fanatic Racing boys doing a solid job as it goes, but they know the race goes from there. It's a great move from Oliver Askew, but he immediately loses it, although he has managed to stay in front of Stingray Bob, who now seems to be dropping off further. Sargent drops down into P9. Last time's race winner is struggling more on the harder compound this time out. They've just got to stick with it. They are now on conserve. but the tyre life will come into play later in play. Franzoni has moved up into P2 and Saraval has dropped down into P3. Pedersen, the real big mover in the race so far, is now closing in on the top three of the podium. And he's out. He is out. That is gone. I was about to give him out. Noy Matthew, go from there. Just try and face as many as possible and work on 1 or 2 shots. For a long time I only had 3 shots off the pads, cover drive and pull.
Logan's been overtaken under virtual safety car. That's an absolute disgrace. Let's jump on board with Askew again.
Oliver Askew running in P5. A podium is definitely on the cards for the former Indy Lights champion. The pressure is certainly going to be on him to lead this Fanatics Racing Team. The pressure wasn't on Logan Sargent, who now drops down to P9, as Bogle, who dropped all the way down to P16, has worked his way back up into the top 10 and up into P7 as it currently stands. He's on the softer compound though, although Askew has just lost out on 2 positions. It was from there, and the harder, the medium compounds are dropping. The softer guides are still operating in a window that is working for them, but Askew and Sargent are now back 8th and 9th. It's going to be back and forth throughout this race. They've just got to make sure that the window, they don't drop off too far and it becomes too difficult of a gap to bridge later on in this race. We are 14 laps into the 62 lap race. There are 49 laps remaining here at the streets of Detroit.
Oh, Peroni takes us. Maybe we need to remember, for the streets of St. Peter and Detroit, mediums may not be the tyre of choice.
Matthew, try facing real, kind of doing lots of drills slower so you get confident that you can execute the shot, and then slowly build up pace in that aspect so you get more and more confident facing in air. And don't be too hard on yourself. If you like get out in a net scenario, that's okay. That's only going to be mistakes that can help you progress and improve going further on it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to perform. It is quite easy to do that in a cricket environment, but yeah, just try to relax and enjoy it, and if you keep working at it, it will pay off, absolutely. But Oliver Askew now has dropped down to P10. Logan Sargent now leads. The former Indy Lights champion was running as high as P5 at one stage, but it shows just how much overtaking has been going on in this race so far. 41 laps remaining as we had our cricket coaching break there. Logan Sargent is P7. The medium compound is holding up, but also quite a lot of the guys on the softer compound, although Lundqvist, Franzoni and Saraval have eaten more into their soft compounds, but Peroni and Stingray Rob have managed to conserve them fairly reasonable. Sargent is now ahead of Malakas. Askew is ahead of McGuinness as well, who was running as high as 4th at one stage, but is now outside the top 10. Cole Kirkwood is into the top 10 as well. Obviously, the only retirement in the race so far, with 36 laps remaining, is that of Danish driver Pedersen. I don't know if he's Danish, but he is now.
He is now. Logan's lining up a move on Stingray Rob. It's an old train of cars here.
He's over the gearbox. He could quite easily move up into P5, but he's taken P6 as Saraval now seems to drop. Those tyres will be dropping off for him, and he'll certainly be pissing.
Askew has crashed.
Oh, and for the second race in a row, in his second race for Fanatics Racing Team, Oliver Askew is out of the race. All Fanatics Racing dreams, hopes rely on Logan Sargent now. Saraval just hanging on the softer compound tyre now, but it can only be a matter of time before Logan Sargent starts eating up these positions and starts to hopefully gain on the leaders. And there it is, Saraval will be pitting. Remember, that was the guy who started on pole position, and Pitt's currently running in P6. Lundqvist is in the pits as well. He is managed to maintain the advantage, but Logan Sargent is still catching, even though he's on the fresher, softer compound as it currently stands. Logan Sargent running a good pace, just like last race, needed to wait until the harder tyres came into an operating window, and it appears that he's found that operating window. Again, they are going to be looking to push as deep as possible into the stint, and hopefully maybe can push onto a medium compound for that last stint to go all out attack to really take advantage and maybe make up some positions later on in the race. Although the softer compounds of Franzoni and Lundqvist do seem to be eating up quite a lot this time round, it's certainly going to be interesting to see what position Sargent can go. Currently running in P2, 4.3 seconds off the leader, 4.4. He's now starting to lose time. It might be time to switch on to a fresher compound, although you've got to remember that Lundqvist will be pushing on that softer compound, and quickly tyre grip is wearing away. If Sargent can make it a one-stop, where Lundqvist and Franzoni both look like they might struggle to make it a one-stop, they're probably going to likely go onto a two-stop. It's going to be interesting there. How, as we go down to the pit, we're going to see what the strategy is on the wall of the Fanatics Racing Team. Steve, we go down to you in the Fanatics Racing Team. What do you make of the strategy? Do you think that Logan could go onto the medium compound, and can he get his second race here in the Indy Lights Championship?
His second race win. He's going to have to work for it, that's for sure. Yeah, we're thinking about going on to the softer compound for the last stint. Logan's done a real fantastic job here in the rich energy. He hasn't got a number car. The rich energy car here of Fanatics Racing. But he's going to have to work hard to bring home his second Indy Lights win. Screw Oliver Askew. Thank you, I'm out.
Josh, I do remember that meme for them. But thank you to the Fanatics Racing Team. Good luck to you for the rest of the race. Let's go. So we now ride back on board with Logan Sargent. He is 3.4 seconds, so he hasn't lost actually too much time. And the more laps he can go deeper means that it's more likely he can go on a softer compound for this last stint. Lap 45 of the 62-lap race here at Detroit. He's certainly going to leave himself a lot of work to do in those 17 laps, but he will have the fresher compounds. And you have to remember that Lundqvist and Franzoni already eaten on our AWS graphics halfway through their tyre life. Carr as well hasn't pitted and conserved the tyre wear. The Australian driver Bogle on there. Certainly those guys are going to be sitting ducks for Sargent, who will be on fresh rubber come the end of the race. Question is, will it be soft or will it be mediums? Mediums.
Mediums. We've got some new extra pit crew in this week. Hopefully won't screw up their pit stops, unlike the other guys.
So here we go. This is the important time. This is the real key time. Can it be a quick pit stop? Logan Sargent goes into the pits. Can it be mistake free? It's mistake free. It's clean. It's a great way. Oh no, there was a mistake on the front jack, and that's dropped Logan Sargent back into P7, but he's on the medium compound now, and he's on the push to the finish line. He's got tyre wear up. Carr is going to go from there, so inherently, unless Carr has miraculously, no car won't have been able to get the lap times, but there is a lot of time to make up. He is 20.9 seconds off the lead. It's going to be a tough ask to be getting up with there, but 10 seconds off Franzoni. A P2 potentially isn't out the cards in this session. He's already on the back of Peroni and Bogle, who are fighting. AWS graphics say that they are halfway through their tyre compounds, and they're pitting. They are pitting again. They are pitting. That means fourth. That means third. Logan Sargent is currently in a podium position. Bogle rides up top. He looks like he's going to be coming into the pit as well. It looks like all the guys on the softer tyres are going to be pitting again. They're having to go for the two-stop. Lundqvist is further up ahead. He's pitted. Have we got past? It's no. Lundqvist. No, we're 3.8 seconds. Lundqvist looks like he's probably got this race in the bag. It would be unlikely that we'll be able to catch it. No, look, the gap does seem to be going, but we need to keep ahead of Stingray Robb, although his medium tyres will probably be dropping off towards the end here. 8 laps remaining of this race. Last time race winner Logan Sargent. It looks like it might be P2 here, although first isn't too. No, it kind of is out of sight.
Oh my god. They're going to put off a 50-point lead at the top.
4.6 seconds remaining, 7 laps going there. Linus Lundqvist is doing fantastic, the young Swedish driver. Like we said, his Swedish compatriots, Marcus Ericsson and Felix Rosenqvist, already racing in the Premium American Open Wheel Series, that is IndyCar already. Will he be the latest Swede to graduate? Obviously, Felix Rosenqvist and Marcus Ericsson did not go through the Indy Lights program, so Linus Lundqvist will be, the most recent of the Swedes to go through there. He may even be the first Swedish driver to make his way through the Indy Lights program if he progresses all the way up to IndyCar. But we'll have to see how his career progresses. But it's been a fantastic drive from the Swede. It looks like Sargent had eaten a little bit into the time, but with 2 laps remaining, a 3.3 second lead, it's just going to be too much. Comfortably ahead of Stingray Rob, though. Disappointing for Fanatics Racing Team. If they could have had both guys finish within the top 10, it might have been a stronger finish in the Constructors' Championship for them. But Logan Sargent, P2. Do we have a title fight on our hands?
Yes, we do.
One? Who knows? Who knows? But, wow, what a race.
Are we leaving it there, or are we doing 3 races?
No, I think we leave it there. We leave it there.
We leave it there. But geez, we won and we came second, and our new recruit Oliver didn't want to finish either, so he binned it.
We don't talk about
at the Indianapolis GP and on the streets of Detroit, which look very similar to the streets of St. Pete. But because of Logan's fantastic performances, he's got second in the driver standards. But we are also third in the Team Constructors Championships, even though we've only had 1 car finish all 3 races so far.
Just imagine what we can do if both drivers finish a race. Incredible! Scenes, Jeff.
We could rise from the flames, you could say. Roman Grosjean. Roman Grosjean. Oliver. Oh, Morale's gone. Well, he's improved though. We lose some more money, but let's not talk about that. I think it's a 10 race calendar, so we're just under a third of the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9! So we are a third of the way through. We need a strong. We need to put a run together where both cars are scoring points. Next stop is Road America, which may look similar to Brazil, but let's not talk about that.
They can't create new circuits, guys. It's a limit. It's a limit to what they can achieve and they can do. But it's a great mod that we've actually got an IndyCar listed calendar.
Yeah.
Even if the tracks don't look.
No, yeah.
We don't talk
We've got
about
an oval race.
Don't talk about it. Don't you talk about it. But guys, it has been super, fantastic, brilliant. I've loved it. I've loved every minute of it. Thank you, guys.
Who's a new Logan Sargent fan after today's stream?
Absolutely. I mean, God, the guy is absolutely killing it. Killing it. 6 likes. Oh, we lost a like.
Oh, what?
Someone removed a like.
What?
Oh no, we've got 7.
Unbelievable.
We've got 7 here.
Unbelievable.
Maybe it's because we liked it. No, we didn't. I don't know. Right, anyway, we're off. See you later. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for
joining. And we'll
joining.
see you next time. What's Mike moaning about now?
Very F1 fanatic day.
Dunno.
Of 3 videos in a day.
Thank you for joining us
Probably
on
too many.
F1 Fanatics Day. It should return to normalish things tomorrow. Next week we should have like the live stream review on the Monday next week. As I won't have work, so
Then
I can
Fancy
watch
on
the race
Tuesday.
live. Fancy should be on the Tuesday.
And then this again on its Wednesday slot.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Nice.
We hope you've enjoyed your cricket coaching, your
Absolutely.
stream, or whatever
Matthew,
you
keep
came
cracking
here
at it,
to
buddy. Keep going.
do.
Don't give up. Keep working hard. It will get better. But felt sorry for Sargent after
Yes.
F3 finale last year. He definitely has a lot of talent. Absolutely, he does.
And he's shown it
Yeah. And
in a game,
and
in a
Fergus,
video
don't
game.
feel bad. Send the idiot back for running himself out.
Yeah. Screw that guy.
Yeah. Anyway. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
But oh, I've actually got an end screen I can do.